It's time for Fridays with AI, where we ask AI to rewrite Philly sports history. Every Friday, only on This Day in Philly Sports History.
Speaking of AI, that's right. It is time for Fridays with AI, brought to you by Philly Goat. Go to phillygoat.com. Use the promo code Jim Montgomery to take 10% off your order. Make sure you scroll through the site because I feel like there's shirts that just get added or we may have missed. Obviously, you got the Cruck around to find out. Help Devin and support Chop. If you don't want to be booed, don't suck. All kinds of great shirts on Philly Goat. So go there and use the promo code Jim Montgomery to take 10% off of your order. All right, so we've been looking back through the month. We're about halfway through of the top moments for the past 25 years. And it kind of got me thinking a little bit. What will the next 25 years look like? So having a little bit more fun with AI today and starting from 2025 going all the way to 2050, I asked AI, what are your predictions for the next 25 years in Philly sports? And I'll be honest, I'll tell you right now, 2025, 26, that season coming up, you got the Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, Flyers. Not the best season for our Philly teams. However, the future is bright. AI is predicting big things for Philadelphia sports. So let's get into the predictions. For the Eagles, they take a step back this year. We've been talking about camp and things like that. However, next year, Jalen Hurts bounces back, leads the Eagles to Super Bowl 61, and kind of cements himself as one of the elite quarterbacks. And then fast forward to 2032, the new franchise quarterback, whoever takes over for Jalen Hurts, leads the Eagles to Super Bowl 67. So 2 in the next 10 years for the Eagles. And really, they kind of cement themselves with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Green Bay Packers, the 49ers, teams that won through multiple different quarterbacks or multiple eras with different quarterbacks. So Super Bowl 61, Super Bowl 67, the Eagles will win. All right, let's go to the Sixers. How did the Sixers look? Well, Joe and Paul George just kind of ride off into the sunset. You kind of expect, and we all see what's going to happen. We're going to get our hopes up and be let down. However, once they're kind of out of the picture, it becomes Tyrese, Maxey teaming up with that young core of Edgecombe and McCain. They're able to make a big splash in the 2028 offseason, signing Zion Williamson as a free agent. So adding him to the core with Edgecombe, McCain, and Maxey, they're able to parlay that into an NBA championship in 28-29. They kind of keep getting to the cusp. They do eventually, with Maxey, make it out of the second round, but they're still missing that piece. And Zion Williamson, the Pelicans let him go, and the Sixers swoop in and sign him. And that parade, according to AI, is probably going to be up there with the 2008 Phillies parade. And what does that mean for Joel Embiid? Well, his legacy is that despite the disappointments, he made people care about the Sixers again. Kind of like and he becomes the new Allen Iverson, kind of that ambassador to the team, always around, just giving back and things like that. All right, move to the Phillies here. They don't win it this year. AI says they do not win it in 2025. However, this offseason, Kyle Schwarber does re-sign, and they ride pretty much the same lineup, but use the strong starting pitching. Justin Crawford becomes the difference maker. They're able to kind of free up some free up some salary space. Justin Crawford's your everyday starting center fielder, and he wins Rookie of the Year. Phillies win the World Series in 2026. John Middleton is willing to spend. He wants his effing trophy back, and he gets it. And despite the fact that the core of this team, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper, are getting older, he's trying to spend and build around some of these young stars. But Justin Crawford, AI is predicting, is going to be a star. Phillies will win the World Series in 2026. I don't know if my heart can handle that. What about the Flyers? Mishkov leads the Flyers and then it becomes a star. And then once they car up, call up Carson Bjornsson as goalie. They kind of gel together and become a great team. Takes them to the 2023 or 2032 Stanley Cup Finals. Wasn't sure if they would be the champions or not. It was like, they'd have a shot. Likely one of those things that go 7 games. But they're about to embark on like a Penguins-like run when they had Sidney Crosby in his prime. So the future is bright for the Flyers. Union go to the MLS Cup Finals in 2028, possibly winning it. Again, the AI was very unclear on this, but they're always in the CONCACAF Champions conversation. And then because of the way they have their development and run their team, they become sort of a training ground for the U.S. men's national team, kind of helping explode and give the MLS some relevancy. What about our college teams? Villanova, fresh with all that new NIL money, a new coach. They actually go back to being Villanova. They win another national championship in 2031, becoming more of a modern blue blood, and then get themselves back to where they were with Jay Wright. What about my Temple Owls? It's the football team, not the basketball team, that makes all the noise in the next 25 years. The use of the NIL collectives, the fact that there's the NIL revenue sharing, and just the new coach, and the fact that Casey Killer is an older coach who's been around and wants to kind of set up roots. They kind of do a good job with player development. They become a powerhouse in the new look American. And then once he gets everything set up, turns the program over to one of his young assistants. And then 2036 is the year that AI had circled. Expanded college football playoffs. They expand to 12 teams, all the different realignment. Temple was able to take advantage of it. They knock off a top 10 team that season, ride that to a 12-1 season and a New York 6 bowl game victory, biggest win in team history. They don't make a run in the playoffs or anything like that, but they win a New Year's 6 bowl. Basketball team, unfortunately for all of us who love Temple basketball, becomes sort of the little brother of the Temple athletics program. And then St. Joe's goes on an Elite 8 run in 2040, bringing a lot of publicity and love to the Big Five, helping recruiting for all the teams, and helping alumni starting to donate money to the Big Five. So there you have it. That's what AI thinks the next 25 years is going to look like. What are your thoughts on that? Is AI too high on our teams? Ordinarily, I would say yes, but I like it, and I could certainly see this happening. So let me know your thoughts on that. Hit me up on the Back to the Future voice and text line. Any of my social media, Jimbo_Mott on Twitter and TikTok. On Instagram, @PhillyJimbo. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jimbo_Mott. Continue to spread the word, but let me know your thoughts on AI's predictions for the next 25.